I'm going to show you how do you really track the people that are on your website, what are they doing, and most importantly, are they taking the actions that you want them to take? Now, I know this is going to sound like a really boring topic, but I'm going to walk you through the big 3 things that you need to know using analytics through Google to figure out if the money that you're spending actually makes sense, or if you're just throwing your dollars against the wall and hoping that they stick. So I'll walk you through the big 3. I won't make it nerdy, and you'll understand exactly what's going on as I walk you through it. Here we go. First off, why do you even need to track your stuff? This is like all the time contractors always say, oh, I'm gonna get better at tracking leads, and I'm gonna learn, how people are interacting with my brand and my company and stuff like that. But in reality, they're tracking leads and stuff is when a client calls in or a customer calls in, they say, hey, how'd you hear about me? And the customer says, oh, the internet, all right? And some contractors say, oh, I go more in depth, but how weird is it if it's like, oh, you found me on the internet? Great, what website? Oh, Google? Okay, what exactly did you type in into Google to find me? Which, first off, is a weird way to start off a conversation. And second off, even if they tell you, what are you gonna do with that information? What are you gonna do if they say, oh, I just searched for flooring companies near me? Oh, okay, great. Nothing, all right? So stop kidding yourself, stop trying to think that you're like some savant, because even us marketing guys, like if you say that stuff, like there is some uses of it, but there is a thing is getting too granular. And what I want to do is I want to show you how to look at the basics of your analytics to figure out what's working, what's not working, without getting too nerdy or too techy. So here's what I've done. I have a website here, and the reason I chose this website, it is Premier Outdoor Lighting. It's a landscape lighting company up in Maryland. I actually own 25% of it. I don't know why I'm downplaying it. But the company started last year, right? Made a few sales, nothing really much. But the whole goal of last year was to really try to help build the brand up. The website launched, I believe, I think it was like February 1st last year. So what I've done is, instead of showing you a different website that or client that we've done a bunch of stuff for years and years, I'm just showing you, I guess, kind of more bare bones, like a basic website that kind of just creeps up over time. And the idea behind this is most contractors' websites are gonna be very scarce. You're not getting 100, 200, 300 people to your website every day. You're getting 5, 10, maybe if you're really solid, 30. So I want to show you what that looks like and how you can build the brand and figure out if the stuff that you're doing, is it working or is it not working? So here are the big 3 things that you need to know in Google to figure out, or Google Analytics, sorry, to figure out if all the stuff that you're doing actually makes sense or not, and what to do with that information, right? So here's what we're looking at. First off, you gotta have this installed. If you don't have Google Analytics installed on your computer, watch the rest of this video, but then afterwards, Google how do you install it, or talk to your web person, or whoever it is, just figure out how to get it on there, because at some point, unless you're just gonna totally scrap the internet and just go rogue or whatever, you're gonna need analytics to figure out if the stuff that you're doing is working. So get this on there. It's free. Most any marketing company knows how to do it. Just YouTube it and you'll figure it out. So here's what I've done. The first thing that we want to look at is, it's called acquisition. There's different tabs over on the left side. We're not going to go too into it, but audience is who is coming to your website, all right? Demographics, where they're located, what time of day, stuff like that. Acquisition is, where are they coming from? Social media? Are they Googling you? Are they coming from paid traffic? Maybe you pay Google or Facebook money, things like that. The next one is going to be behavior. When they're on your website, what are they doing? What pages are they going to? How long are they staying? Things like that. And finally, conversions, meaning, are they taking the actions that you want them to take? For most people, including like what we set up, that means leads. Are they filling out leads or the form or clicking your phone number or whatever it is? Are they taking that action? All right, so that's what the big 4 are, is who's there, how do they get there, what are they doing when they get there, and are they doing what you want them to do when you get there? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna totally skip audience. Audience is who's there. You can figure that one out. That one's more like, are they in your, like the things that are relevant in that are like, are they in your area? All right, or is it the right demographic? So if you know that the age group you're going after is 45 to 64 and 80% of your website is being visited by 20-year-olds, you got a problem. Either you got a website geared toward the younger generation, or you're going for the wrong clientele and the people that are going to hire you are the 20-year-olds. I don't know what kind of contracting industry you're in where the 20-year-olds are going to be your niche, but hey, you never know. So skip over audience, going right into acquisition. Here's what I'm going to show you. This is for the past pretty much year, all right? These big spikes, don't really worry about those. That just sometimes is like error. It's like actually bots coming to the website to look through it. But I'll show you. So this last year, paid traffic. So as a whole of what was recorded, we had 15 leads come through the website, right? Which for the first year, take what you want, but you got to build the brand, all right? You can't set up a new website and expect to get all these new clients in and stuff like that. People got to know you, got to trust you, and it's hard as hell to get leads in when you've only got like 2 reviews online, right? Because that's really what it comes down to, is your customers or your marketing department. Whether you believe that or not, it's true. So we had a lot of paid search, all right? We had a lot of direct, meaning people going directly to it, which is good for both building the brand, because now people know, what the website is and they're going directly to it. It could also be direct, just pretty much means Google doesn't know where you're coming from. I'm going to skip over this because that'll get too nerdy. Organic is the big one that I want to focus on. Organic is all the SEO stuff, or in other words, Google, Yahoo, Bing, things like that. So I want to go ahead, and because what we're doing for this website is we're doing paid search, and we're doing a lot of organic blogging, meaning writing articles to help people. So I want to see, is this effort even working? Are people coming in to the website from Google? Are they finding us through that? And what you can see is, if I pull this up, look at this trend. All right, it skips up pretty high in April. Maybe we had a good week or something like that. It could be a batch of good weather. I don't know. But the idea behind this is, if you have a marketing company that's doing your blogging, you ideally want this to creep up. It's not going to shoot way up. If it shoots way up, it's going to come right down, whether it's in a week or in a year or whatever. If it shoots way up, it's most likely too good to be true, unless you have like a super high level technical person that has cracked the code, or they're doing something spammy. All right, so you want to make sure that this stuff is creeping up, all right? Because if you're paying an SEO company, this should be going up pretty consistently. Now, this past week, it's January 28th up in Maryland, so it's not like this is prime season, but in April, May, this should really be taking off. This past week, we had 41 people come to the website. So we're hovering about 30 to 40 people a week, all right? So you've really got about 5 to 7 people five or six people a day Googling the anything related to lighting, landscape lighting, and come to the website. All right, so as long as it's going up, you're doing an okay job SEO wise. So the moral of the story here is, if you're paying an SEO company or whatever company to do your marketing, and they said, oh, we're gonna do this blogging, if this isn't going up, or if it's staying flat or going down and they don't have a good explanation for it, find someone else. All right. The next thing that we're going to talk about is under the behavior tab. All right, under the behavior, you can figure out how fast is your site, what are people searching for, things like that. I want to show you site content. This is going to show you what pages are people going to, what are the most important pages here. All right, because that's good for one big reason, and that's going to be, we want to know what people are searching for, what pages are they going to. So if they are going to a specific page a lot, then you need to know, okay, are we marketing for this page? Or is this like a very popular service that I should actually put more time and effort into it? Because if for outdoor lighting, let's say we have a page specific to pathway lighting, all right, and we think this is our home run and we really push this product, but nobody's going to pathway lighting and everybody's going to facade lighting, to like light up the facade of a house, then we know maybe we should be pushing that more in our other marketing stuff and be focusing more on that, because that's what people are searching for and what they want. So this will show you what people are really going after when it comes to the pages on your website. So if you know that one of the pages on your website, or one of the services on your website that's dedicated to, one of the pages that's dedicated to a service makes it like 80% of your revenue, and it's down at the bottom, you got a problem, all right? So make sure that you go ahead and you look through this and you see, okay, we know a lot of people are looking at this one blog post for us, all right? Or they're checking out the services we provide, or they're looking at our process. What's it like to work with us? So that shows you that if the number 4 thing on a website is the process that people are looking at, they want to see how you operate. So make sure when you sell to them, you touch on that stuff, okay? So the all pages under the site content under behavior is the biggest, is huge. Now the final thing I'm going to show you, conversions. Are they doing what we want them to do? And in this case, we want to know, are they actually submitting leads? All right, we set it up. You can track this stuff. This is not, you can Google it. People will teach you how to do it. So last year, like I said, we had 15 total leads through the website, and they came in and went to the thank you page. All right, now you can track and see where do they come from. So this is what we find. We had direct or none, meaning they came directly to the website. They just typed in marylandlighting.com, ended up filling out a form, and they're done. Then Google/CPC means we had 3 people come in from Google paid ads. CPC is cost per click. Okay, so Google Ads brought in 3 leads. Facebook CPC or Facebook ads brought in 2. Google Organic brought in 2, and then you go down the list and there's other ones here, but pretty much you want to know, is the stuff that you're doing working, yes or no? All right. Now this doesn't tell you, they don't say, oh, this is this person, and then you could cross, track and say, oh, did we actually sell a job from it? Because you don't know who's doing this stuff through Google, so you don't know if it actually made you money, but you can just track the leads, and that's a good baseline for all this stuff, is to figure out, are you getting leads in the door through your website? And if so, where are they coming from? All right, so that's how we use it. Those are the big 3 that I would suggest using. I could spend hours and hours teaching you more stuff, but the big 3 again are going to be acquisitions, aka where are they coming from. B is going to be behavior, and then under the behavior is going to be the site content. Is it site content? All pages. Okay, I'm going to show you what are the most popular pages on your website, and then finally conversions. Make sure that's set up. Most contractors, even if they have a marketing company that we come in, they don't have goals set up, so they have no idea. They don't track their leads. They track, oh, like I got so many people to the website, and that's great. However, you could have 1 million people to the website, but if nobody fills out a lead form, what's the point, right? So, hope this helps. Go for those big 3, and most importantly, make sure you have Google Analytics set up. It's confusing at first, but if you just focus on those big 3 things, you'll be good to go. Thanks.